You ever asked yourself who's controlling this whole world? I mean, a lot of y'all gonna come back and say, well, it's God that's doing it. Well, if it's God that's controlling it, why is there so much evil and so much suffering in the world? You're gonna say, well, that's because the devil. But who allows the devil? Who controls this whole thing where it's so much suffering in this world? And it's almost like somebody is feeding off of the suffering of the people on this planet. I cannot explain it, because if you go back and say, well, it's the devil and God is against the devil, God is bigger than the devil. Why hasn't he just destroyed the devil? A lot of y'all might come in my comments. Every time I post something biblical, I get a lot of comments from Christian folks and religious folks talking about, you can't ask that. Why I can't? Why can't anybody ever ask any questions about the Bible? You're supposed to follow blindly and not ask any questions, right? So my question is, who is controlling this? Because if a Christian come back or a religious person come back and say God is, that is not true. So God is allowing all of this evil, all of this mayhem, all of this suffering all around the world. Who is controlling the children who has cancer in the hospitals right now? Who's controlling the children in Gaza who are down? Who's controlling all of this suffering? Do anybody got any answers? Because it seems like this world is completely out of control, right? It seems like the world is completely out of control and nobody's taking any interest in even in the people who are suffering. You tell me, if somebody's taking interest in the people who are suffering, why are them kids dying of starvation over in Gaza? Why does slavery happen and people die, kids get thrown to alligators? Who is controlling this stuff, all of this evil and all of this stuff? And if you say again it's God, and if you say again it's Satan, well, who made Satan and who cast him down to the earth? These are deep questions, and some of y'all gonna come in here with some negative stuff, talking about you can't do this and God is a mystery. That's irrelevant from anything that I'm asking. That doesn't make any sense. Who's controlling this world? Why are so many people suffering over and over? And it's been going on for thousands and thousands of years, and it does not seem to have any end in sight. And if you say, well, one day that God, how do you know that for sure? Because people have been saying that for thousands of years, that Jesus or Yehoshua, or whatever you want to call him, is coming back. How does anybody know that? You're going to say, well, you just got to have faith. If that's your answer, everything else in life you need proof for, right? We've never seen anybody come back from the dead to say anything about heaven or hell. But just this one area, you don't need any proof. You just got to go by faith. Somebody please explain that to me. Explain to me as well who's controlling this crazy freaking world.